Hey, what's up? Joseph from JohnTheHutDweller here. I get it. I love being Orthodox. I absolutely love it. I'm thrilled out of my mind to be Orthodox at some points. Even if I were an atheist, I probably still would be on here making videos with just as much fervor because it feels so natural. It, it allows you to express everything you need. Um, it allows many different outlets for spiritual growth, and it has a discipline. It's almost like look at it, almost like being a samurai warrior, you know. And people talk about sin and damnation and oh this and that. The biggest reason for me not to sin, which this might not be a good reason at all, it might be for the wrong reason, is that you lose your identity. I mean, I don't want to talk about pride, but just there is a sense of dignity and pride of I don't want to do that. That's lower than me. That's not how it should be done. It's like taking shortcuts or something. It just doesn't work in the long run. And I think we can see this in all types of sin. I mean, unless somebody's sociopathic or psychotic, sin does damage. Um, what is sin or what things constitute sin? But just look how it will separate you. Um, from other people. I think when you don't have a unified church body, if you don't have this collective family that's together that you can even look to, you do have to rely on the rewards and punishments of a deity handing them out, and you fall into the prosperity gospel and things like this. But when you see it as something that is distorting your identity of who you are, of how you can walk in the faith. Because Orthodox don't believe people are totally damaged, that they can do nothing but sin, as many Protestants believe. Uh, but we can walk. God called us to be holy. Let's walk after that, or at least try to. And with that, it's like a hammer against you. It beats you into shape. I was told by my parish priest that the strongest trees grow on the edges of cliffs where the wind keeps pushing against them. That's where they get the strongest wood from. I don't know if that's true or it's just a parable or whatever, but it does take away from your identity when you sin. If I were to go out and get drunk and go into fights, it's not me. And even if those are natural urges, it's still unnatural because sin is unnatural by definition. It's not the correct way. It's to miss the mark. So, and I think that's a main motivation behind a lot of Orthodox people. It's not there's no worrying about paying off time and al. I mean, if you do feel comfortable in church, you feel comfortable in the kingdom of heaven. Do you not feel comfortable? You got to correct that because that's how it's going to be forever. You don't like the presence of God on earth, you're probably not going to like it in heaven either. And that's where we're going, all of us, whether we like it or not. People get ready, you know. It's like the Bob Marley song, "One Love," you know. He actually says, "Get ready to fight this holy Armageddon." It's actually kind of a violent song, but besides the point. It just made me think of it. But yeah, it's when something does that, when it actually attacks your actual identity, I think people are much more likely to protect themselves against it than it being a threat of punishment that you can get out of, or something like this. Then it becomes you bickering with your God instead of you actually trying to make an internal change. And I've seen Christianity like that for a long time, even before coming to Orthodoxy. But I felt Orthodoxy was the only one that was comfortable with this. But that's not even the reason why I came to Orthodoxy. Kind of a realization of finally feeling comfortable. But yeah, when you sin, you separate yourself from your true self, and it's a very conflicted place to be.